Right now, 5,000 Americans are living on a floating city positioned inside the most dangerous 21 miles of ocean on Earth. They eat, sleep, launch fighter jets, and prepare for combat, all within striking distance of Iranian missile batteries locked onto their position. The USS Carrier Strike Group in the Strait of Hormuz is not a symbol, it is a loaded weapon, crewed by human beings, waiting on a presidential order. Tonight we go inside that ship and inside the crisis surrounding it. If this is your first time here, subscribe. This story is accelerating. American carriers have patrolled the Persian Gulf since the 1980s tanker wars, but tonight's deployment is different. Following Trump's 48-hour ultimatum to Khamenei, the Carrier Strike Group was repositioned from open Arabian Sea waters directly into Hormuz operational range. This is not routine patrol. This is deliberate, calculated forward presence designed to signal that American military action is not a distant threat but an immediate capability. Iran has tracked every movement. Its coastal missile batteries have been at elevated readiness for days. Both sides are now close enough that a miscalculation, a single unauthorized order, could trigger an exchange within minutes. Life aboard a carrier during a crisis lockdown operates on a different clock entirely. Flight operations run 24 hours. FA-18 Super Hornets cycle through launch and recovery rotations continuously. Below deck, weapons teams arm ordnance. Intelligence officers analyze real-time Iranian naval movements. Medical teams quietly prepare trauma protocols. The ship's crew knows exactly where they are and exactly what that means. Operational security is total, communication with families restricted, precise location classified. Washington sees a strategic asset. The 5,000 men and women aboard see something simpler and more immediate. They are the tip of the spear, and the spear is fully drawn. A carrier strike group in Hormuz is the most concentrated expression of American military power on Earth. Its air wing alone can strike targets across the entire Iranian coastline within 30 minutes of a launch order. Accompanying destroyers carry Tomahawk cruise missiles capable of hitting inland Iranian military infrastructure. Attack submarines operating beneath the strike group provide invisible, lethal underwater dominance. But the confined geography of the strait cuts both ways. In open ocean, a carrier is nearly invulnerable. Inside Hormuz, Iranian anti-ship missiles, swarm boats, and naval mines compress the operational space dramatically, turning America's greatest strength into a calculated risk. Military analysts with direct carrier operations experience are unambiguous. Positioning a strike group inside Hormuz range is an intentional escalation signal, not a defensive measure. According to naval warfare analysts, Iran's anti-ship missile systems, particularly the Khalij-Fars ballistic missile, were specifically engineered to threaten carrier-class vessels. Intelligence assessments confirm Iranian targeting radar has been actively tracking the strike group's movements. Former Pentagon officials warned that while American defensive systems are formidable, the sheer volume of simultaneous threats Iran can generate in confined waters creates scenarios where even the best defense faces critical saturation risk. But the other side has a point. Some senior military analysts argue that carrier deployments to the Gulf have historically served as powerful deterrents, preventing conflict rather than triggering it. Iran, they contend, has never directly attacked an American carrier, precisely because the existential consequences would be for the regime. Others suggest the visible, publicized nature of this deployment is itself a diplomatic tool, giving Tehran a clear, face-saving picture of American resolve without requiring a single shot fired. The carrier, in this interpretation, is not a provocation, it is the most persuasive argument for Iranian restraint currently available to Washington. The moment Iranian weapons target an American carrier, the world changes permanently. Oil markets would collapse upward within hours. Analysts project crude prices could surge past $150 per barrel instantly, translating to gasoline prices Americans have never seen at the pump. Global shipping insurance would freeze. Supply chains already strained would fracture. Militarily, NATO allies would face immediate pressure to respond. China and Russia would exploit the chaos to accelerate their own regional agendas. And for the 5,000 Americans aboard that carrier, the geopolitical consequences become deeply, irreversibly personal. Two scenarios now govern the next 72 hours. In the first, Iran blinks. Back-channel signals reach Washington through Oman. Tanker interdictions cease, and the carrier strike group begins a slow, deliberate withdrawal to open waters. Crisis contained. In the second, the ultimatum expires, strikes are ordered, and 5,000 Americans in the Strait of Hormuz become the front line of a war the world has spent 40 years fearing. What is confirmed, the carrier is there, the weapons are armed, and the deadline is real. What no one knows, whether the next order will be to stand down or to strike. Subscribe now. When this breaks, you will want to already be here.